Several specialties. My primary specialty was, I'm board certified in anesthesia and pain management. But 25 years ago, I became enamored with anti-aging medicine because I had two good friends that were on my surgical team that died within a year of a heart disease. And so I decided back in the early 90s, when anti-aging was just starting, that the most important thing to do is to live. So for the last 25 years, I've traveled throughout the world learning from incredible teachers and pioneers in all the basic fields of medicine, biology, oxidology, and what I have come up with, and all the knowledge has congealed into what I call quantum healing. Quantum healing is a new paradigm in medicine. Quantum healing's mission is to use science-based, fact-based information that works to heal, and basically the major components of quantum healing are information and energy. We hope to give you the right information to heal yourself and teach you how to access the energy of the quantum field. This is one of many videos I have done and will be doing in the future, and sponsored by Quantum Medical Associates, based primarily in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, between Pico and Olympic on Robertson. I have two offices, and I also have an office in Hollywood. Anyway, the primary mission of Quantum Medical Associates is to heal the world with existing knowledge. Once again, there is existing knowledge in the world today that if you accessed it and followed simple principles, you can heal yourself of most illnesses. And what's even better, if you follow a protocol that I have set out, you will prevent most illnesses. Primarily, it's a process of detoxifying your body and your mind and having access to a field of energy that has been proven to exist. It's called the quantum field. All of the aspects of quantum energy, quantum healing, can be found in my website, drgarciaquantumhealing.com. drgarciaquantumhealing.com. I've already produced over 20 videos that describe in detail, connect the dots, including proper nutrition, emotional healing, and also mind medicine. And today I want to start off, I call it slaughtering the sacred cows of medicine. And unfortunately, modern medicine is not utilizing the most recent research and information and getting it out so that the people can be helped and healed without harming them. The approach that I have developed over 25 years, called quantum healing, first of all, you must eat the right foods. And everybody talks about diet and exercise, but nobody gives you a connect the dots, step by step, exactly what to do. Here it comes. First of all, we were hunter-gatherers for 3 million years. For 3 million years, we ate whatever was on the floor of the forest or what we killed. No refrigeration. And so what happened after 3 million years is societies, for instance, the Egyptians fertilized the Nile Valley 5,000 to 10,000 years ago. and they had crops, bread, standing cattle, dairy. So for 3 million years, we didn't have bread or dairy, and all of a sudden, we started consuming that as our major source of food. So one of the things that I learned early on in my career in physical anthropology as a pre-med student at UCLA was that we evolved over 3 million years, not only physically, but in the last couple of 100,000 years, we evolved basically mentally, the neocortex. But from the neck down, we've been pretty much the same for most of the 3 million years. And that's in the fossil record, Australopithecus, Lucy, etc. So our digestive system and our metabolic cycle were all determined over millions of years of evolution. And so the first sacred cow we're going to kill is that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Wrong, 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 wrong. Do you think Fred and Wilma Flintstone, when they woke up, they could roll over and throw in a Pop-Tart? No. They and the kids had to go out and look for their food, and they finally found it and were able to sit down and eat sometime in the afternoon. And so basically, we were geared for millions of years to eat one meal a day. We didn't eat at night because there was no light. Now, isn't it, the science tells us that the longer you go between meals, especially over 20 hours or 24 hours, you go into a fasting state that is very, very healing. Your growth hormone secretion goes up by 2,000%, and growth hormone is the hormone that tells all the cells in the body to heal, and it's very expensive. And I do prescribe growth hormone and testosterone, etc. But very expensive. Why not get it for free? So basically, breakfast is out. Now, we go to Chinese medicine. I studied 2 years at Emperor's College in Santa Monica, Chinese medicine. They have a clock of body function. And the morning hours, the Chinese clock says our body's principal function is elimination and detoxification. And indeed, that's when we have our major evacuation in the morning. Now, the most energy that anyone ever uses is for digesting food. So if your body clock, you're supposed to be using your energy for cleansing, detoxification, and evacuation, and instead you're using it to digest a large breakfast, then you're missing out on a very important aspect of quantum healing. Remember, quantum healing is doing natural, smart things to heal your body and prevent disease. And all you have to do is, little by little, it's a process of changing your habits. And we'll get into habit change with one of our videos on mind medicine and thought science. And that'll be coming up. So, the best is to not, I don't eat before 12 o'clock. And what I try to do is eat within a 4-hour period. So I have 20 hours of a fasting period. So that increases my hormonal secretions, but also you get intracellular secretions of antioxidants, very powerful ones, SOD, catalase, and glutathione. And these are the ones that prevent heart disease and cancer. Okay. Now, we slaughtered breakfast as the most important meal of the day. Wrong. Breakfast is best avoided. Okay? And Buddha ate one meal a day. Okay? Moving on to the next sacred cow that we're going to slaughter on the altar of greed, ignorance, and profit. That's all this information is coming out of the medical organizations is based on profit. And what I want to do with Quantum Medical Associates is assemble all of the pertinent scientific information, give it to the world, so they can heal themselves. That is my mission and the mission of those associated in the organization. Quantum Medical Associates, Inc. So the next sacred cow that we're going to slaughter is that the sun is bad, bad, bad. The World Health Organization considers the sun a class 1 carcinogen. Most Western doctors believe that people should not be exposed to sunshine at all, not one photon. And the sun has been worshipped for thousands of years by the yogis, the Egyptians, the Aztecs, and even in Western civilization, the Greeks. They believed the sun was very healing. Hippocrates, father of Western medicine, said that the sun is necessary for both physical and mental well-being and healing. Father of modern medicine. He also said that food is medicine and the best food is the best medicine. So here we have two very important principles of quantum healing. Sun, which is now heliotherapy, coming from heliosis, which is the Greek word for sun healing. So we're going to have sun, and then we're going to eat the right food. Easy. Do that, and that will help your physical instrument toward a healing trajectory. Simple. Now, sunlight, Dr. O. Becker, M.D., orthopedic surgeon, he proved that the body heals through electromagnetic information. The sun has all the spectrum of electromagnetic information. All the elements in our body were derived from the internal parts of the sun through different combustion. We are made of the sun, and we evolved in the sun. So to call it a class 1 carcinogen and to say that everyone should stay out of it or slop that sunscreen on, which has, in many cases, can be very harmful. Also, the sun has a lot to do with mental healing. The sun has been known to help and cure depression, ADD, and there was a doctor in Germany that got the Nobel Prize back in 1903, and he got it for proving that the sun disinfects and heals wounds. And it was the major source of treatment in World War I, the sun. Class 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Now, prior to the development of antibiotics, penicillin, in the 40s, doctors that didn't know what to do with their patients, they would send them to sanitariums, feed them whole foods, and have them lay in the sun. And many of them were healed. Completely forgotten form of therapy. Moving on, the sun is not only not harmful if used properly, and let's talk about the proper use of the sun. First of all, the big scare is malignant melanoma. Well, it so happens that malignant melanoma doesn't usually occur in areas that are hit by the sun. It occurs in creases and so forth. So, the latest studies on sun are that you can overexpose yourself. But I am Mexican American, so I really don't have to worry about it. I just don't burn. And black people, they need 5 to 10 times the amount of sunlight to get their vitamin D. Vitamin D is the wonder vitamin. And it's being touted now as it prevents prostate cancer, breast cancer, everything, on and on and on, depression. Well, vitamin D, the best source is the sun. Hello. So, again, there was his name was Niels Frenz, the Nobel Prize winner in 1903, German, that proved that sunlight heals wounds and disinfects. In 1932, Otto Warburg proved that cancer cannot live in he got the Nobel Prize, Otto Warburg, 1932, cancer cannot live in a hyperoxygenated environment. So sunlight increases the oxygen in your body, stamina, and also muscle development. And sunlight also reduces cholesterol and blood pressure. And sunlight, because it has all the spectrum of electromagnetic energy that there is, it has probably healing elements in it that we don't even know about. So far we've killed the breakfast myth as the most important meal of the day. Skip it. Sunlight, get some every day. And now we already talked about the darker peoples. Not to worry, don't burn. Light people, they should go out at midday. This is a formula that I've derived. And by the clock, look at their skin, and when it gets pink, note the time. Say it's 40 minutes. Then you can safely go into the sun for 20 minutes and not worry about anything deleterious, and yet get your adequate doses of vitamin D. And also vitamin D prevents osteoporosis, probably one of the major killers of our seniors. And so we need to, also sunlight has been shown to reverse ADD in children. My treatment, or not my treatment, the treatment by quantum healing for ADD for children: no grains, no sugar, no dairy, outside in the sun for 15-20 minutes a day, and also limit their TV and their computer. And and also a probiotic is very good for these people. But basically, you want to eliminate all external contaminants, and the proof in the pudding is when a child is born today, cord blood has over 200 contaminants in it. Some of them are dangerous. So we live in a polluted environment. That is one of the major responsibilities of the parents, is to protect their children from obvious things, okay? And to do healing things, teach them proper diet. What is the proper diet? Very quickly. Food from the forest. Eliminate sugar, bread, and dairy, because sugar, bread, and dairy are simple carbohydrates that attach non-enzymatically to protein, creating a glycoprotein, which the body doesn't recognize itself, and causes chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the common denominator of aging, heart disease, cancer. And the process is called glycation. And you should, to prove my point, I offer you Jeffrey Bland, and he will describe in detail exactly what the process is. And this has been known since the mid-90s, and it is the major cause of glycation, major cause of chronic inflammation, major cause aging, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, all of it. So when I first see a patient, I tell them, I'm the first one to say, no breakfast, no sugar, no bread, no dairy, no thinking. And no thinking, that's an interesting one. A subsequent lecture will talk about the process of no thinking, the meditative state, and the alpha state. But today, no thinking, and buy yourself a dog. Why do you want to buy yourself a dog? Number one is you have to take them out twice a day. Once it'll be for exercise.
Can I stop you there, Fred? We need to